What's happening? My name is Lorren, and I invented cooking. Today I have a special surprise for you. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to teach you how to make authentic Jamaican style curry chicken and roti. Are you ready? What's happening? My name is Lorren, and I invented cooking. I'm super excited today to teach you about my favorite dish. It's called Jamaican style curry chicken. And no matter wherever I am in the world, whether it's Greece or whether it's Dubai or China or Japan, they all say one thing, that my curry chicken is the best. And I'm going to teach you all the secrets today. You ready to get started? To make the best Caribbean style curry chicken, you got to have the right ingredients. And I'm going to teach you what they are. The first thing you just have to go out and get is my all-purpose complete seasoning. This stuff is magical. There's a lot of cooks out there that can cook good, but you want to be great, so get this seasoning. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to season this chicken heavily with this seasoning. This is about 3 tablespoons, and I have about 5 pounds of chicken cut up into stew-sized pieces. And what I'm going to do is sprinkle some of this magic on top of this chicken. Look at this chicken. Look at the herbs and spices in this chicken. This seasoning is magnificent. I'm going to put all of this seasoning on here, and I'm going to massage it deep inside and make the chicken happy. I'm going to make this chicken fall in love with me. Look at that. So I just added 3 tablespoons of my all-purpose complete seasoning into this chicken, and I'm massaging it deeply. I want all of this seasoning to get thoroughly distributed around the meat. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon, a little less than 1 tablespoon of pimento seeds, and pimento is synonymous with allspice. So I'm going to add that right on top of the chicken, and I'm going to let this marinate overnight, or at least a few hours. The next thing we're going to do is to create our seasoning paste. And you know what goes in our seasoning paste: onions, scallions, scotch bonnet, ginger. But before I do, I know you would hate to see a grown man cry, so I'm going to put on my onion blockers. I'm cutting up 2 onions, and I'm going to place these 2 onions into our food processor to begin our seasoning paste. And I'm just cutting off the back of it here, 1 1/2, 1 3/4. Into our food processor it goes. Next I'm cutting about 2 bunches of green scallions, cutting up the roots. I'm just giving it a rough chop so it can fit inside of the food processor. There we go. This seasoning paste is the key to great food. Next I'm going to add 4 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 scotch bonnet pepper, which I grew myself, into the food processor it goes. And I'm going to give this a quick puree. Look at that. Next I'm going to add my thyme in here. This is about 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. And I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm going to add 1 chicken bouillon cube. And this chicken bouillon cube is going to bolster the flavor of the gravy. It's going to be so good when all the chicken is gone, you're still going to be licking the plates, trying to get that last bit of that gravy. So I'm putting this in here, and I'm going to turn it back on. My seasoning paste is done. Look at that. Wow, that smells amazing. Look at all of those fresh scotch bonnet peppers, onions, and scallions in there. That's going to make that's going to send our curry chicken over the roof. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to begin to brown the curry to bring the essence of it out. I have about 1/4 cup of olive oil in our pot, and I'm going to take 1 spoon of our seasoning paste and place it in the oil and let it saute. Next, I'm going to add our 3 tablespoons of Caribbean style curry powder. And I'm gonna allow it to cook together. I'm gonna let the flavor develop. And I'm gonna make the best curry chicken you ever had in your life. For the complete recipe, make sure to go to my website and download the ebook. Look at how flavored this curry powder looks. It's ready for us to put our chicken in. Now keep in mind that I always let my chicken marinate overnight. So I'm gonna drop it directly into the curry paste here. And I'm gonna let it all cook down together. And at this point, we're not gonna add any liquid. We're gonna let the chicken create its own liquid. That's a mistake a lot of people make. They add the liquid in too early, and the water dilutes the curry flavor, and it ruins it. So I'm gonna toss this chicken into the brown curry and oil with a little bit of the seasoning paste in here. And I'm gonna let the chicken saute in its own flavors and juices here. I'm now gonna add just a little bit more oil here, just so that the chicken doesn't stick. All right, have a look at this chicken. That's exactly what we're looking for. The chicken has browned in its own juices. The curry has become magnificent. Now it's time to add our seasoning paste on top and let everything cook down together. So I'm just gonna spoon all of this right on top here. We're gonna let the chicken create its own gravy and its own juices. This is real cooking right here. Lorren style. You can go online and find other people's recipes, but I guarantee you, I know what I'm talking about, and it's just not gonna be the same. I invented curry chicken. And I wish you all could just smell this. I can smell all of that ginger and Scotch bonnet. It smells absolutely amazing. So I'm just gonna stir this all together like this. And I'm gonna turn the heat blower. And now that everything's incorporated, I'm gonna put the top on it and let it simmer down. The most perfect accompanying item for this curry chicken is my famous rum and raisin plantains, rice and peas, and roti. Make sure to click on the next videos to your left and you can see how to do them, and you can download the recipe from my website. The moment has finally arrived. The curry chicken is just about done. Let's have a look inside. Look at that. Now you see, Lorren knows what he's talking about. I didn't add any water to this curry, but look how juicy it looks. Look how flavorful it is. This is amazing curry chicken. All we have to do now, look at this gravy. Can you get a recipe like this from anybody else? No way. I invented curry chicken. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about 2 to 3 chopped potatoes in here. And I'm not gonna add any water because the potatoes and the chicken have created its own juices and you don't wanna dilute the flavor. I'm also gonna add one last Scotch bonnet pepper, but I'm not gonna pierce it. I'm just gonna add the whole thing and make sure not to puncture it so that it won't be too spicy. So I'm gonna put that right on in here in that gravy and let it get all happy and start singing to me. That's what I'm talking about. This is real curry chicken. So I'm gonna let this simmer just until the potatoes are soft and succulent. And then we can serve this with our roti and our fried plantains. All of this, which you can find on my website. Ready? Give it to me. Well, folks, the moment has finally arrived. The Caribbean-style coconut chicken is ready. Let's have a look. Look at that. I didn't even have to add water to this chicken. Look how amazing that curry chicken looks. I invented curry chicken. I'm gonna take a second and just put a little bit of this on my plate. And I'm gonna serve it with my roti. Look at that. Homemade curry with potatoes and scallions. Potatoes. Oh, I just love potatoes. Well, folks, it's been good, it's been great, but it's getting kind of late, and Keith has to make this plate. And boy, is this a plate. Look at this. Homemade Caribbean-style curry chicken with potatoes and scallions and allspice, Scotch bonnet peppers, and my homemade roti. Look at that. My name is Keith.